Hi everybody, it's Mark here, and I'm continuing my series of who wore it best between the Thoth versus the RWS miners according to the system of titles by the Golden Dawn. You can see them in the Hermetic Tarot right on the cards. So let's start with the Six of Wands, which is the Lord of Victory. So the thing about sixes, they are the most balanced number. In pretty much any tarot deck you own, you'll see a pretty nice, balanced, harmonious image on the card. That's because in the Tree of Life, the sixes are right at the center, balancing the left and the right pillars, the top and the bottom. And so it's a nice place to be, and words like harmony, beauty, lovely keywords like that are part of the energy of the six. So in the Thoth we have Valor right on the card. Is it Valor? No, Victory, sorry. Victory right on the card. Valor is the Seven of Wands. And I really like the harmonious interchange between the wands on either side. As they meet, they create this kind of hearth space with sustained heating and warmth. And I think it really gives a good idea of the balance of the six and what we're looking at in terms of the six. And just a really, really inviting image. Now, with the Six of Wands in the RWS, it's a nice image, and it certainly shows what you would call victory as the keyword, you know, more clearly than it does here. But my problem with the card, which I have to take points off, is it's not a balance or a harmonious exchange. This guy's on top, he's on the horse, he's the victor, he's the winner, and these are his perhaps supporters. He's in a victory parade as such. The horse is not quite so sure this is all it's meant to be, but I don't see the balance that the six is all about as I see it in this card, although I definitely see the victory. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other as far as that one's concerned. I would probably call it a tie, because this shows the word victory in imagery very well, but this actually shows a better depiction of a balanced six fire energy. Okay, now we come up to the Six of Cups, which is the Lord of Pleasure. And I certainly get a feeling of pleasure when I look at this card. It feels like a warm, sunny summer's day, and this is a sun decan. Sun is Scorpio decan. And it's just like the sun and its reflection off the water. So certainly anyone's idea of pleasure. Meanwhile, over in the RWS, I think this is one of Pixie's clunkiest depictions, especially the colorized pieces where all the cups blend into the lawn, which blends into the brick, which blends into the clothes. And they are children, but they seem to have adult faces. There's just a weird, who's this guy? Where's he going? It's just an odd vibe. I mean, I think if the card just showed this exchange of flowers, the gift of a flower, I would like the card more, but in any case, there is a nice balance here. She may be the gardener with that gardening glove that created these flowers, which then he can receive or give to her as a gift. So I do like that, but I really don't like the imagery at all. Way too clunky for me, and I guess you can see pleasure in there, but I don't know, this guy kind of sneaking off or guarding the area. I look at this card and I feel like there's something going on that I don't understand. But in any case, a lot of Six of Cups. The meaning somewhere along the line, I think it was Italia, said it was about childhood and nostalgia. So I guess you can see that clearly here on the card, but that's not necessarily a number six thing, but you know, it's come to be the norm. And I can even pull it into this card, because this is, if you know all the cup suit in the Thoth deck, this is the only one that has these roots coming from you, the viewer, and going forward. So it feels like the past leading into the present, and this is the result of the past. So I can see some of that there. And sort of a heart shape up here. There's sort of an infinity symbol going on down here. But in any case, when I think of pleasure, I don't know, I kind of like this more. So I'm going to give this the win and this the loss in this regard. Okay, so now the the Six of Swords. So that is the Lord of Earned Success. And because it's swords, it's in the mental realm, so it seems like something you've had to think your way out of or into. Such that Crowley has changed it to science, which makes a lot of sense, but really doesn't jive with what's going on in the RWS image. But I find the word science very useful in readings because of the technology of the world we live in right now, that this is a card that really comes in handy. And science is earned success. I mean, you have to experiment until you earn the results that you wish to find. And the fencing is sort of like the science of fencing. Lady Frida Harris actually used a fencing map of strategies as her background, so she says. So it all comes together very nicely in the card. But I do have to say that this is one of the RWS cards, and there's not a lot for me that is just classic, and usually gets repeated ad nauseum in other tarot decks. And I like her little bit of rough patch water here and calm water here. And there's that immigrant vibe to it. Again, there's not a balanced six happening. We have balanced six here with the Six Swords, the way they're positioned. But here we've got someone sort of in charge and other people accepting their help or at their mercy, however you see this playing out. But there is an earned success, obviously. There's planning when you emigrate or travel. And so I can see how it works with the Hermetic Lord title. But yeah, I would probably I like the word science better than earned success because it is so swordsy. But I have to say I do like this image. Just in general, it's a nice image and I think useful. So I'll give the win to that one this time. Now we get to the Six of Pentacles, and it's the Lord of Material Success. And again, we're looking for a nice balance. And here we definitely see that. We've got all the ancient planets, all 7 ancient planets, and their sigils lined up in where they would correspond on the Tree of Life in the Sephiroth. And in the middle would be another Sephiroth of equal size, and it would be the sun. And here we just see that expanded into a beautiful rose and sunlight. And everything is definitely in balance, and success is on the card. The Lord of Success. Was it material success? Yes, material success. So we know we're in coins. But whenever the center of the Tree of Life is engaged, that is sort of the God center, or where we connect to God. And so it's giving this balance, not just material success, but I think a higher purpose for monetary means. And I really like it. I like the colors. It's the moon in Taurus is the Decan ruler, and then the moon is the High Priestess, and Taurus is the Hierophant. And if you go back and check on the High Priestess and Hierophant cards, you'll see these are the High Priestess colors, these are the Hierophant colors. So everything has been really blended together really beautifully. I don't like this scenario. Again, it's not balanced, as a 6 should be. This sort of snooty merchant is deciding who deserves his pittance of a gift of money. I know some people see it and think, oh, what a beautiful person, charity and all that sort of stuff. I don't like the image of begging for something that basically, in a proper society, everyone would be balanced and have what they need. So I just, yes, it is the Lord of Material Success is this guy, but it's certainly not these two. So even though this one is very esoteric looking and maybe hard to get your head around, I much prefer this card for the reasons stated than this card. Okay, that's all for now, and I'll see you with 7s next time. Bye.